Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Amelia and I post new life and style videos every Wednesday at 4 p.m. So for today's video, we have some more mail and it's quite heavy and hopefully nothing comes flying out. We have new makeup to play with, which I'm really excited. I have been doing the bare minimum when it comes to makeup. Some of the stuff in here is stuff that has been around, but I'm just getting around to using it. Some of it is actually genuinely new. I'll go through everything really fast. I'm just gonna do a quick honorable mention. So I got these two mini Sol de Janeiro creams from Sephora. They smell so good. Now, I did buy some of this stuff from Sephora, which was obviously before they fired all their part-time employees after telling everyone they were okay and not going to lose their job. I don't want to get into like the whole thing, but I feel like if they couldn't have kept the promise, they shouldn't have said anything. And I really hope that they and other companies like them did everything in their power before laying off people. So I'm not so in love with Sephora right now, but I did want to make that disclaimer that some of this stuff is from Sephora, other stuff I purchased from Ulta. This obviously is nothing new, but I started recently using it. It is the Lash Princess Mascara from Essence. Now, I got this. It's the Amrezy by Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. I have just like played a little bit with it, not too much. So I thought we would do it today, and it's like fun and pink and sparkly, puts me in a good mood. What else do we have in here? Yeah, another pink sparkly carton is the McGrath Opulust lip gloss, which when I saw this ad on my Instagram, I knew I had to get it. Now, this is a totally new product. It's Hynt Beauty and it can be found at Ulta. That's where I bought it, and it is a concealer. It comes in a little pod, so I am used to just a liquid concealer because I normally use the Born this way, but I am very interested if this is going to give me more coverage because yes, I am still breaking out. I have this terrible habit of licking and picking at my lips. I have this really cute line underneath them. And then finally we have the new Covergirl foundation. What's it called? Clean Fresh Skin Milk. Lily Reinhart is like the spokesperson for this, so I thought I would try it as I am running out of my current foundation. I just wanted to try something new that wasn't as expensive as the Born This Way one. Let's just get into it. I think I am first just gonna do like the whole like contour cover up thing. So let's zoom you guys in. I am going to take this concealer. I don't know if I should use the Tati Beauty Pop. Again, like I haven't been in love with it for skin products. I will say I did try it with this and it works really well because this is like definitely a bit more oily, but I don't know the consistency. But let's just try it out. Like I really thought this would be a great time for my skin, and I know I've said this in a previous video, but like wow, this looks crazy. I just really thought, you know, I'd be like, oh, I'm just giving my skin a break, it's gonna thank me, it's gonna be so clear and beautiful by the time this is all over. It's gonna be so pretty, and I feel like it's worse. Now my skin is definitely not cooperating. It's like oily and dry all at the same time, so you can kind of see here it's like already sticking to some dry patches. I guess when I put the foundation on, we'll see what happens. I have to say, like in here it works really well. Like I really have some like just redness and darkness on my eyes, but this works really well and it still looks natural. Like I'm going to use the Honest Beauty thing. This is Jessica Alba's company. Now I know this looks like very golden for my skin, but it's actually like not terrible, especially once it's blended out. Like if I'm gonna look crazy, especially if this isn't as full coverage as I think it is, then we're gonna have a problem. But you know, there's nowhere to go, so who cares? And now you can go around the edges too, just to give it a nice toastier look. So now we are going to try this. I really hope it covers all this up. I'm going to take my Morphe M439 brush. I'm gonna put this on the back of my hand for right now just to see how it is. Pretty liquidy look, and it really looks kind of dark, so that's concerning. But wow, like, what? It looks so much darker on my hand than it does on my face. So it says vegan and formulated without talc, parabens, formaldehyde, phthalates, mineral oils, sulfates, and fragrances, which is great. I don't know, is it light coverage or is it like that good? I'm really happy this is blending so well with the Honest Beauty contour, or else, you know, be a big issue. I would say this is light to medium coverage because you can obviously like still see some zits and everything, but it, you know, it still makes my skin tone even. Now I'm going to go and do my under eyes, and I am going to do it with the Damp Beauty blender. I have not set this yet, but it looks pretty good. You know, I will always have those creases. I don't know if that will ever be resolved. It's just the way my eye is. So I am going to set it really quickly though, because it has just been a few minutes. This is not new. I used the Jeffree Star setting powder. That looks pretty nice so far. No complaints on this side. All right, I'm gonna do the other side and then I'll be back. So remember like a few seconds ago when I was like, oh my god, I love this concealer. What is going on? Now, there could be a few things. It could be the concealer itself. It could be when I set it. It does not like the setting powder, which is probably the most likely answer. So maybe when I try this next time, I won't use setting powder, which is like a very scary thought, and see what happens, or use like my Laura Mercier one. I'm not thrilled. Like right now it looks fine, but up close, not it. Like no. I'm back with eyebrows, and let me say, like, they look pretty good. So if you write in the comments you don't like them, I don't care, because I think they came out pretty good, which makes up for the fact that my under eyes look like trash. Okay, on to the fun part, this palette. Now, something that I have been really loving to do is trying to use an eyeshadow palette for like everything, meaning trying to use it for blush, but there's really like no blush colors in here. I think this wasted is maybe too shimmery, but actually let's just like see. Just because I'm lazy and you can use makeup however you want to. Actually, that didn't come out so bad. It is definitely shimmery, so if you're not into that, don't do this. I'm going to put on this lip gloss and then see what eye look matches, because I'm always like, I want to wear a really like pretty shade of lipstick, because I have a lot, like way too much for what I wear, but then I always wind up doing like a really intense eye look, and then the only thing that looks good is like a nude. You can see this Stow Foot applicator is like very bent, and I think it's supposed to really like mimic and hug the curves of your lips. It smells just like cupcakes. It is delicious. So let's go in. My god, this is everything. And the best part is it feels like you're putting Vaseline on your lips. Like, it is so thick and creamy. It's so soft. This is the softest lip gloss I've ever put on. I don't even know if that makes sense because it's a liquid. What color did I buy? Lavendaring. Yes, so lavender and daring. So now that I have these lips, I feel like a very matte look, which is not something I ever do because I am just like not a matte type of person, but I think it'll look like really cool, the juxtaposition. I am gonna take what I just used for blush. It is dusty, which jury's still out on if that's a bad thing or not. I feel like if it's very dusty and then it doesn't translate and doesn't come off well onto your lid, it's a problem. But if it's dusty and it works amazing, I can forgive it. It's cute, right? Just a little something. And then I think I'm gonna go in probably this shade, OG, in my crease, because this is the only eye look I know how to do. Okay, So I clearly did the whole eye look off camera and like kind of totally obsessed. I don't really do all matte looks, but like it kind of pops. We're just gonna pretend all this is like blended perfectly. I actually like really like how my makeup turned out, and I have nowhere to go, so how perfect. But yeah, so I actually really like this palette. Obviously you can do a very like smoky eye with the, I'm like pointing down here like you guys can see, with the bottom row, and then you can have like a lot of fun with these glitter shades, but I just feel like this makes them look just so voluminous and long. So let's like do a quick recap. Obviously this, love it, love this palette. Is it necessary to buy it? Probably not. I'm sure I have other palettes that have similar shades to the one in here in them, so it's not necessarily necessary. But if you are looking for something that has this, I think it's a good quality palette. My foundation, if you are someone who wants foundation, is skeptical, I think this is a great foundation to start off with. One, because it does not cost a lot, so if you wind up not liking it, it's not like you're buying a $45 foundation and it's just going down the drain. Their shade range isn't amazing. That is a downside. You know, I was fortunate enough to find my shade. I know there are some people who probably won't be able to find theirs. I do hope they come out with more shades in this, because I think it is a pretty good foundation. I've probably had it on for about an hour now. There's no real cracking as far as the foundation goes. It just moves with your skin. Now, the concealer, when I first put it on, it was great, loved it, thought it really concealed, and from here, right, it looks fine, like everything's fine, but it is just really separating. And you're supposed to use your fingers so it melts into the skin. Okay, so I take back everything I said. This probably works really well if you use your fingers. Here's a tip. Read the directions on makeup before you use them, just to make sure you are using them correctly. Okay, I just wanted to do a quick update on like second day foundation concealer, because I know there might have been like some, I don't know if I really like this or not. Okay, so I put on the Covergirl foundation and the Hynt Beauty concealer again, and the foundation is like definitely light coverage, kind of just evens out your skin tone, makes you a bit more luminous. It lasted really well throughout the rest of the day. There was no creasing, so I really like it. If you're a person who just needs easy breezy beautiful CoverGirl, there you go, tagline and all, that's what it is. As for the concealer, I used it again under my eyes and on some problem areas. Instead of setting it with the Jeffree Star powder, I set it with the Laura Mercier, just seeing if that made a difference. And I do have to say, I think that it's not breaking apart as much. Obviously the quality of my iPhone versus my camera is a little different, but it definitely is staying together more with the Laura Mercier powder. And of course, this Pat McGrath lip gloss, absolutely love it. I'm totally gonna buy more shades. Now this was expensive. This is like $27, so it is really expensive. Right now, in this time, no, it is not necessary to have. You can totally find a dupe for it. Those are all the new products that I tried. I hope this gave you some just little entertainment for the time being. You know, it felt just really nice to like put on a full face of makeup. I'm definitely gonna go change out of my furry sweatshirt into some nicer clothes and take some photos, because what else would you do when you have a full smoky eye going on? And I finally straightened my hair. Nothing. There's literally nothing else to do besides eat, watch Netflix, and take photos of yourself. I hope you have a wonderful day.